Elon Musk has just delivered on his promise, and FSD beta is no longer in beta. It is now called full self-driving supervised. I have mixed thoughts about this. On one side, I'm sort of happy because this will certainly reduce Tesla's liability. On the other hand, Elon, is that really what you meant when you said FSD is no longer going to be in beta when V12 comes out? I'm not so sure. Either way, this is a smart move for now. If Elon is playing a game, I think he's playing it pretty well. Tesla's FSD free trial is starting to roll out to Tesla owners in the US that didn't previously purchase FSD. Within the next few weeks, over 1.7 million Tesla owners in North America will get to try FSD beta for free for the first time via this trial. There's another game that Tesla is playing. Crush another Cybertruck production record game. 470 Cybertrucks spotted at Giga, Texas. Production ramp is definitely going fairly well so far. If you saw that exponential growth from Troy in regards to the Cybertruck production, this is not a surprise at all. Looking at this, we would expect the production to continue like this for a little while. ARK Invest, of course, sees all of the positive Tesla developments, and they believe in their bull case. Otherwise, why would they be buying so much more Tesla stock? They just bought some again. Omar makes a prediction: Wall Street will be surprised by the profitability and the volume of this product at scale as Tesla becomes more of a mass market manufacturer. They have shown they still have the ability to push out highly sought after and exclusive premium products. We got some news from Tesla's Lathrop mega factory. A record 446 megapacks worth about $700 million were spotted at the Lathrop mega factory, a 31% increase versus the previous record. So that's a pretty big deal. If you remember, Tesla's energy generation storage business profits nearly quadrupled in 2023, and the gross margins exceeded the margins of the automotive business. And here's some more good news, this time from Giga Berlin. Tesla Giga Berlin expansion receives support from the leader of Germany. Germany's leader supports the expansion of Giga Berlin despite the protests and the attack on Tesla's factory he called an act of terrorism. I see this as a good thing. I mean, having support from the highest office in Germany, I think it is certainly good news for Tesla in Germany. Bloomberg decided to cover Tesla's $25,000 car. They say this means tossing out the 100-year-old assembly line. Nothing new about the next generation vehicle, but it is putting it in focus, which could possibly attract some attention from some investors and get some people excited about Tesla's future. And at first I looked at Tesla stock and I was like, I don't think it's working. But then I realized, oh, the markets are closed today. It's because of the Good Friday in the US. And the Friday is indeed good for Tesla. We got some good news with the Cybertruck, and now there's a better estimate from Troy. He just increased his estimate by 1,000 units, so that's good. However, he does estimate a year-over-year decline in deliveries compared to 423,000-ish in Q1 of last year. We are still waiting on the compiled consensus. Usually by now we should have it, but we don't have it yet. There was a heated exchange between Troy and AJ. I'm not going to go through this, but feel free to pause and read if you like. Tesla is likely working on releasing another new FSD version because there are Tesla FSD test drivers in Chuck's neighborhood again. Seems like people are having positive experiences with Autopark. Brandon tried Autopark more than 10 times and he hasn't had any issues at all so far. I'd like to see an update after 1,000 attempts. When I get it, I'll probably give it a try. I'll try 100 times in a row and see if I have any issues at all. And you guessed it, I don't have V12 yet. Here's another person with no issues doing a drive with no disengagement. He says it's smooth. He started from a parking lot and the drive ended with the car parking on the street. Someone drove on FSD V12 all around town and had one interaction in 45 minutes. He also said that Autopark worked flawlessly in multiple tests for him. Here's another drive at V11 without completely failed.
Just watch and see. It does so many maneuvers in such little time. Makes effortless decisions, but in such a human-like fashion. Or better than human. I've never been through here. I could hardly see that there was a road out there. I could just see that there's cars coming, but I didn't even know if I was actually going into a road that was either one way or non-existent. And FSD completely handled all of the uncertain situations with ease, precision, confidence, patience, and perfection that I don't think I could have even done so myself. Look at that. Look at the way it maneuvers. In an instant, with human-like precision.
So we are now experiencing and seeing FSD V12 in some situations actually excelling human driving. He said it himself. He didn't feel like he would have done a better job. The software did a better job than him. Most people still have no idea how crushingly good Tesla FSD will get, says Elon Musk. It will be superhuman to such a degree that it will seem strange in the future that humans drove cars even while exhausted and drunk. Cars will take you where you want automatically, just like getting in an elevator and pressing a button, something that also used to be manual in the past. I fully agree with Sawyer here. As incredible as FSD beta videos are to watch online, it's 10 times more mind-blowing when you are actually sitting in the driver's seat, and it's even more annoying when you see other people get to do these drives, but you still don't have FSD V12 in your vehicle. I'm not talking about anyone in particular here. Oh wow, New York City has opened permit applications for autonomous vehicle testing, and I'm a bit forgot here. This is coming a bit faster than even I expected, and New York City is so difficult to drive. Why do they want to rush towards this? They don't want to be left behind, I think, is the answer to that question. Anyway, I like this sort of news story because when Tesla finally does solve full self-driving fully, it will be easier to scale quickly. Gary basically thinks that Tesla's FSD take rate will only surge when Tesla agrees to accept full liability for any injury or damage. I disagree with that. If Tesla is basically there with FSD and we have documented proof of people going without any interventions for weeks and months, and you see videos online of people going from New York City to LA with no interventions, and everyone is talking about how great FSD is, and even though you still need to supervise it, basically it's intervention free, which would then basically prove that FSD is actually coming, robotaxis are actually coming. Why wouldn't you then want to buy FSD for your vehicle? I think the take rate would go up by a lot, even without Tesla taking responsibility for injuries. So I have to disagree on this with Gary Black. Gary still thinks that any number above last year's 423,000 deliveries will likely be well received by the stock market. Now, I personally think, and this is just an estimate, I think the number is likely to be below 423,000. I'm not saying it definitely will, I'm just saying based on what I have seen, I think it's likely. So at this point for me, if the deliveries are above 410,000, I would take it as not bad news. The market may take it as bad news because it would be under 423,000, but I wouldn't take it as bad news because I'm already expecting a lower number.